Yo, what is going on, money team? It's your boy Jdun Trades with Team Bull Trading, and I hope you all had a blessed and discipline-filled weekend and 4th of July. We are live and back in action with yet another Sunday watch list where I'm going to break down my exact stocks, levels, setups, and everything you need to know to go into this trading week confident and ready to execute. As a reminder, guys, if you guys are trading on funded futures accounts, make sure you use code JDUN with Apex for 80% off, Tradeify for 35% off, or FFF for 40% off. Always the best deals with those firms, and I will always do my best to give you guys the best education to get you funded, paid out, and moving forward. Also a reminder, we have not had a red July in over 10 years. That is right, in over 10 years. So be aware, this market may be ready for some more pumping action. We'll see with the levels today. Appreciate you guys being here, hitting that subscribe button, and let's get to the money. Now, let's first start off with QQQ and NQ. Now, it's tough to find levels when you're at all-time highs, which we are, because you don't have any previous data to base your levels for rejects off of or for balances until you make your way back down. So off the daily chart here and weekly chart, what I'm seeing first is a daily gap fill down around 551. So I want to watch for this daily gap fill on QQQ as my first bounce spot watch from a macro perspective for calls or longs in QQQ or NQ. And we go look at NQ at the same time on the daily, and we see that correlates to likely around this 22,850-ish area. Now, the weekly chart says something a little different. The weekly chart says our previous all-time high was down here at 450, 470 area. This candle low is 600. So we can watch for, I like this wick high here, this 830 to 850 area bounce. However, if we break that down, I'd like to see us come hold a higher low above this candle here and then work our way up, continuing higher. Otherwise, if we don't get those bounces, all we can do is look at our hourly chart, our 5 and our 15-minute chart intraday to find intraday trend setups. That's my bread and butter. I call out my trades every single day live in Team Bull. I call the trends up and the trends down. And you can trade live with me every single day if you're in the Discord. So make sure you join below. There's a free version as well. Now, as far as SPY and QQQ goes for us, let's go check that out. Again, same deal, all-time highs, so you have to be careful of that. From a weekly perspective, I like this potential for a higher low up here above this 615-ish area. And as far as our daily perspective goes, my friends, we got this gap fill, 620, a little higher risk, obviously, and a little higher. But that's really all we can see from a series of uptrending candles. I want to catch the higher lows as we move on up. Otherwise, the only thing that we can look for is those intraday setups that you just have to stay patient for. So daily on ES isn't telling us much different, not really a whole lot else to see. We don't have a lot of levels from in here. And we don't have any data from above because we were at all-time highs. All we have is whole cycle numbers and previous levels of confluence. That is it. So that's what I'm watching for in terms of ES and NQ. Now, as far as individual names, let's first go to Tesla. We got Elon and Trump beefing again, so we got to keep that in mind. However, I do like how this Tesla chart looks for a reversal. We had aggressive buying volume coming in at a higher low spot, as we see here, right? We had this swing low here, higher low here, higher volume, aggressive wick up. So if we can hold a higher low in this area, I like our chances for a breakout above this 320 for a move up. However, if we fail 320, move back down below 305, we likely see these lows again. Trump and Elon are beefing, so you never know where that's going to go. But I definitely like the idea if we can hold with some solid volume intraday for a breakout and move up above 320. You see this previous support turn resistance here. We got the signs that we're moving up here. I'd like to see us hold these lows here, higher low, bang, move above 320 area, and see an aggressive move to the upside. That's my main watch for Tesla, and I'd like to see a price target above this 330 all the way up to this 340 area this week. We'll see if they give it to us. You never know with the political climate we're in, but the chart looks like it wants to see some more room to the upside as this market trends up as well. Now, the next name that I want to look at is AMD. Now, AMD has been, it's been a little bit of a lagger behind NVIDIA, considering the AMD is still a long ways away from its all-time highs up here above 200. So we look at this, we're currently sitting at 137. I didn't see a whole lot in terms of action last week. Let's go to the weekly chart and see what it gave us. Had a red candle. So I would like to see us base in here, build above 140, daily close above 140. And if we can break above this 148, 150 area, we have a lot of room to the upside. And I would love to see us continue that trend up. You saw before, we broke that trend down. We retested with this candle wick here. So I'd like to see this be the low and we continue moving on up. If we break this low, we might have some more room to the downside. But as far as we're looking here, I'd love to see this be the higher low, break above this 140 area, and then really see a ripper up to these previous highs here at 147, above 150, and move forward from there. That's going to be my main watch on AMD this week. If we can get some volume, I think it's possible. Next, let's look at NVIDIA. What we got going on here? So, we got aggressive break of all-time highs, retest down to highs, and move up. This is a textbook look for a stock that wants to come down, make higher low, potentially around 155-ish, and then keep moving on up. I don't look for any type of short or anything until we break below this 150 and hold ideally below this 142, this trend-setting candle here. If we don't break below and hold below that, I honestly have no ambition whatsoever to look for anything short. It's all up here, baby. The stock looks strong, its sector's strong, and I'd like to see this thing continue to pump on up because that's what the chart is telling me. And remember, I trade the chart, not my heart. I choose discipline over dopamine every single day. I've been in this game for 9 years. I've been trading for a long time. So I know it works. I know it doesn't. My mentorship students can contest to that. And hopefully you guys watching on my videos learn that as well. Finally, let's look at Netflix. Netflix had Squid Games come out, saw a ripper, little move back down. Weekly's not telling me a lot as we're at all-time highs, but let's go see if the daily says anything else. The daily ain't saying anything. Got this fair value gap in here. We can look to see if we make a lower high in here. I'd like to see below this candle 1271 for shorts, or if we're going to break highs, honestly, for uptrend for me, I'd have to find a nice intraday setup. There's nothing here that says uptrend. So we'll see what we get this week. Again, Netflix isn't my favorite trader, but I like looking at stocks that are in play, and this one's been solid. So as a reminder, guys, trade smart, trade safe, stay focused, and if you want to trade live with me, join the Discord below. I've been on an absolute heater. I share my screen. I give my exact trades on voice, and I love helping you guys learn every single day. Trade smart, trade safe, and I'll see you guys in Team Bull tomorrow. God bless.